Hey everyone, welcome back. One of the coaches at Unga Academy here, and today we're going to be talking about what interesting events have happened in the markets this past week. Before we start though, as always, I'd just like to remind you to please subscribe to our channel. Please go and click on that notification bell and leave us a like to this video. We really do thank you so much and we really appreciate it.
Hi, we are the Unga Academy, and we teach traders how to make money in the markets. Our founder, Andrea Unga, had been struggling with trading for years until he developed his automated trading method, which he used to become the only 4-time world trading champion. Subscribe to our channel for free tips and tricks.
Okay, so let's start as usual with the equity indexes. In this chart, we see the performance of the Nasdaq. It's quite negative. It's currently losing 3.45%. The SP 500 also performing badly at negative 3%. A little better, as it has been for some time, the European stock markets. The Euro Stoxx has lost 1.25%. The DAX has lost 1.43%. So the European stock markets continue to perform better than the American ones. In the bond market, on the other hand, we have the T-bond that continued to rise this week, although by not very much. The Bund also went up, while the US 10-year bond is slightly behind. On the other hand, things are looking very bad in the energy market for crude oil, which is currently losing more than 10%. We're at negative 10.22% at the moment. And the same thing applies to the derivatives, so both heating oil and RB. In contrast, natural gas remains essentially unchanged. However, we know that it was already down significantly the previous week. Metals offer no particular food for thought. Silver's performing well at 1%. Platinum negative 1.5%. Anyway, overall, this is a pretty stable market. As for meats, lean hogs is suffering a bit and has lost 5%. The other movements in this market are pretty marginal. So I'll just go ahead and talk about the soft commodities market. Orange juice, positive 8.57. We see that this market managed to break all of the all-time highs and is currently at new highs with a remarkable upward acceleration. Turning to the grains market, we've got soybean meal up 11%. Look at that remarkable bullish acceleration. It's also interesting that another soybean derivative, namely bean oil, is at negative 7%. There are no other relevant movements in this sector. Wheat is trading at negative 2%. So I'd say that we can move on to currencies. We can see that the euro dollar is at 1.0540 this week, not too far from the previous week's values. We have the yen that's losing against the US dollar. Not much else. The cryptocurrency market also didn't do anything particularly interesting. Bitcoin, which continues to sail around the 17,000 level, remains essentially unchanged. So let's move on and have a look at the volatility of stock indexes, measured as standard deviation. I'd like to point out that the volatility of all indexes is at a record low, despite a week that wasn't particularly positive, both in the short and the long term. However, if we look at the volatility term structure of implied volatility, we see a slight increase in volatility, especially in short maturities. The structure is still in contango, which is the traditional volatility term structure for bullish markets, or better said, for when there's no market disruption. The VIX is at very low levels compared to a range of values it touched in the last 6 months, so there doesn't seem to be any particular concern among traders at the moment. Let's now look at the rollover calendar scheduled for next week. We have the rollover for the VIX futures on December 14th, and the same day is also the proposed date for the rollover of the European stock indexes, the DAX and the Euro Stoxx 50. And finally, on December 15th, we'll roll over crude oil. Well, guys, before we leave you, I'd like to just make one more suggestion. If you're interested in systematic trading, please go check out the link in the description of this video. Because through that link, you can go and join a free presentation by Andrea Unga, who will introduce you to his trading method, the Unga method, with which he won the World Cup Trading Championships 4 times. You can also get the bestseller, the Unga method, covering only the shipping costs, or sign up for a free strategy consultation with a member of our team. And that is it for today. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to go and subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification bell and leave us a like too. Have a fabulous weekend, and we will see you soon in our next video. Bye-bye for now.